Good everyone, my name is Graphics. Today we'll be looking at another example on trusses. We are told to calculate the reaction at point A and the reaction at point E and look for the force in each member in this structure. Now what you do here, if you look at this very well, is that this triangle is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees at all sides. So first, it is an equilateral triangle, and also it is symmetrical. What I mean by symmetrical, if I divide this into two, what I'm seeing in the left hand side is equal to what? The right hand side. So once I can get the force in this member, automatically I have gotten the force in this member. So whatever I do here is like I'm doing it here also, right? So you focus on the outside, because if you do anything here and you do the same thing here, like now, if I'm looking for point D, joint B, if I go to joint D, I'll get the same value. So I'll just focus on one side. Either you focus on the left hand side or you focus on the right hand side. So let's proceed. Now the first thing you need to do is that what is already drawn in free body diagram, because these are the reaction arrow AY and arrow AY. So you just proceed straight on. So now the first thing you do is you say summation of EF of X equals to 0. Now we'll consider forward force to be what? Positive, and backward force to be what? Negative. Now in this case there is no horizontal force here, right? So we'll move to the next one. Summation of F of Y is equal to 0. Now we consider upward force to be what? Positive, and downward force to be what? Negative, right? So let's see, we have upward force arrow AY plus arrow AY. We have arrow AY plus arrow AY. Now the next thing is we have 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. They are all facing downward. So we are going to add all of them together. So 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is what? Is 8, right? So we'll be having minus 8 kilonewton equals to what? 0. Is that taken? So if you add all this force here, you're having 8. Now, if I take the minus 8 to the other side, my arrow AY plus arrow EY will be equals to what? 8 kilonewton. So that will be my what? My equation 1. Now the next thing you do, you take moment. Now taking moment, summation of moment about point A equals to what? 0. Now we want to consider clockwise moment to be positive and anti-clockwise moment to be what? Negative, right? So if you look it, if I take moments here, everything in this place is not valuable anymore. It becomes 0. So we'll start. This force here is coming like this, right? We are going this direction. Or let's start from here. This is coming down from here, and we are going like this, and that is clockwise, right? Because if you look at this triangle, from here to here is 8, and I say symmetrical. That means from A to G is giving us what? 4 meter, and from G to E is giving us another what? 4 meter. Inside also is also symmetrical also. So this point here will be what? 2 meter, and from F to G also will be what? 2 meter. Here to be what? 2 meter, and here also will be what? 2 meter. So if I'm taking moment from this point, this force coming down here to this point will be what? This force up here, which is 2 times distance of 2, right? So it will be 2 times 2. So we have 2 times 2 in brackets plus, if you go to the next one, which is this 2, is coming also clockwise also, right? Positive. So it will be 2 times what? Distance from here to here, which is 4. So we move forward. We're having 2 times 4 plus, at this point also, from this force down here to this direction also is going clockwise like this, so it will be 2 times 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6. So 2 times 6, distance from here to here is 6, so 2 times 6 going clockwise, so we have 2 times 6 plus, the next one is this, it's coming this direction, right? So now it's coming, we have this force facing up, it's coming this direction, and that is anti-clockwise, right? So minus REY times 8, distance from here to here is 8, so we have minus REY times what? Times 8 plus, that's not the only force, there's another force facing downward, and that is 1 kilonewton, and 1 kilonewton is coming like this, and that is clockwise, so it will be 1 minus 1 times what? 8, so we have minus 1 times 8 equals to what? 0. So move forward. So from here we have 2 times 2 is 4, plus 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 times 6 is 12, minus times plus is minus, 8 REY, then we have now this is going here, this is anti-clockwise, and this is clockwise here, right? Clockwise, so it's positive. So 8 times 1 is 8, right? So we have plus what? Plus 8 equals to 0. Is that taken? Now 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. 24 plus 8 is 32. So we're having 32 minus 8 REY is equal to 0, right? So we have take this minus 8 REY to this side, we'll be having 32 is equals to what? 8 REY. We divide both sides by 8, so we'll be having 32 all over 8 is equals to what? REY. Now our REY will be equals to what? 4 kilonewton. So the REY is 4, right? So you are going to put REY in equation 1 above. This is equation 1. So substitute REY in equation 1 above. So our equation 1 is telling me REY plus REY is equal to what? 8 kilonewton. So we put your REY, you'll be having REY plus 8. So REY plus 4 is equal to what? 8. So the REY will now be equal to what? 8 minus 4, and my REY will be giving me also 4 kilonewton. So my REY is 4, right? So the next thing we have to do here is to calculate for each joint. I haven't gotten all the member, we've gotten this member here, REY to be equals to what? 4 kilonewton, and REY here to also be equals to what? 4 kilonewton. So we want to take each member. So if you look at, I say a member must have at least one unknown, right? So if I take member A, a member must have, a joint must have at least 2 unknown. So this force here, I have this way, this direction, and I have this direction like this. So here will be FBA, here will be FAB, right? Also, I have this member here also, something like this, and something like this too. So here will be FA, right? And here will be FAF, FAF, right? So from here, this FAF, this FFA. So if I take this joint A, I'll have this way. I want to consider joint A. So let's do that. For joint A, I have something like this. This is facing up. It is RAY. Then this point 2 facing down, which is FAB. 1 kilonewton. It's 1 kilonewton. They will have the force going to direction, and that will be going outward, and that will be FAB. Then this guy coming here like this, and that will be FAF. Right? Then these are joint A. So we'll start. So the first thing you do here is see your summation of EF of X is equals to what? 0. So we have to consider clockwise moment. Consider forward force to be positive and backward force to be what? Negative. So if you look at it here, I have a forward force, which is force AF, that is a force along member AF. Then the next one is this force, it is inclined. So when it's inclined, so we're having two forces facing this direction here, right? So this will be going up. This will be FAB cos, because there's an angle here which is what? 30, right? It will be FAB cos 30, and here will be FAB sin 30. This is going horizontal, it will be plus FAB cos 30 equals to 0. So taking. So from here we don't know what FAB is, so we'll call it equation what? Equation 1. Now the next thing will be summation of f of y equals to what? 0. We want to consider upward force to be positive and downward force to be what? Negative. So from that point here we'll be having this. So from here we have a force going up positive, that will be RAY. So and then RAY is equal to what? 4 kilonewton. So we have 4. Then this one coming down, -1, right? Then this force here going up is what? FAB sin theta, sin 30 plus FAB sin 30 equals to 0. So 4 minus 1 is what? 3 plus FAB sin 30 is equal to 0. So if I take this 3 to this side, FAB sin 30 will be equal to what? -3. If I divide both sides by sin theta, to be FAB is equals to what? That's what FAB is equals to sin, to be equals to, -3 all over what? Sin 30. So -3 divided by sin 30, 3 divided by sin 30, we have 6. So the FAB here will be equal to 6. So FAB is equals to -6 kilonewton. So this is my FAB here. -6 kilonewton. Now I'm going to put FAB in equation 1. So put FAB in equation 1 above. So we put it, FAB is this, which will be FAF plus FAB cos 30 is equals to what? 0. So from here, FAF plus FAB is what? Minus 6 cos 30 equals to 0. So FAF minus times plus is minus 6 cos 30 will be, we have 6 cos 30 will give me 5.196 equals to 0. So if I take this to this side, so it will be FAF is equals to what? 5.196 kilonewton. So this is my FAF, right? So if you look at this very well, FAF is going outward, positive, and FAF here is also positive, right? So it will be outward force, and that will be what? A tie, right? Now if you look at FAB is going outward, right? It's going outward and is from what, and it's positive here. But by the time we got our value having negative, so you change the direction. The actual direction is supposed to be what? Going backward, right? So if you are redrawing this, you draw it facing backward. So that means this guy is in inward force, which is called what? A strut, because you change the direction here to face backward. So if I'm to move, we'll move forward. So if I'm to redraw this now, I'll have something like this. This coming down. We have this going up, and we have this man coming here, but now it will not be coming downward. So that's my FAB, right? And we have this going here this way, coming outward, and that will be my FAF. So this is my arrow AY here, and my 1 kilonewton. This is my 30 degree. This is how it will be, not like this. So we'll move to the next joint. Let's see, we've done for joint A. Now the next joint you can be focusing, so you don't have to go to joint E, because whatever you get here, it is what you are getting here too. So you just ignore the other half part, you only focus on this part this way. So at this point here, if I go to my joint F, I don't know this, and I don't know this. I can also go to my joint F also. The next joint I can go is what? My joint F, because I already know my FAF, but I don't know this point here is called my FFG. Is my FFG, right? If you look at it very well, my FFG, and coming backward again will also be my FGF, right? So we want to focus on this joint F, because if I come here, I will not know this, I will know this, and I will not know this. That is, I'm not going to know. If I put my arrow here, I will not know FBG. So this one I have here, so this will be FGB, right? And here also we have coming down here, we have FBF, and here going up here we have FFB. So I will not know, and this one also I place it here. This will be FBC. Then here will be FCB. So I won't know. If I take joint B, I will not know FBF, I will not know FBG, and I will know F. So that is 3 unknowns. I can't take that. So if I come here also, I will not know this, and this. So if I take joint F, I always have to focus on these two for, because I've already calculated for FFA, right? So let's take joint F. So taking joint F, so for joint F, let's take for joint F here. We'll go for joint F. So for joint F here, we have something like this, right? So we have this guy going straight up, which is FFB, and this guy coming here, which is FFG, right? And make it capital letter. And we also have this guy here also coming this direction, and that will be FFA, which is also equals to what? FAF, right? So let me include this. So this is what we're having here. So what's and we also know this force to be the angle in between here to here is 90 degrees. How good? So the angle between here to here is what? 90, because it is perpendicular. So let's start by doing that. So from here, that is joint what? Joint F. So we are considering joint F, this joint here. So from here, we do summation of EF of X is equal to 0. So we want to consider forward force to be positive, backward force to be what? Negative. So from here, at this point here, we have it going backward, so that will be negative FAF or FFA. Then this facing forward plus FFG, FFG, so this FFG here. Then that's the only force we have, equals to what? 0. But FAF is given to be this, given to be is given to so FFA here is given to be, if you check here, it's given to be this. That is FAF is going to be 5.196. I'm going to come here and I'll place my minus 5.196 plus FFG equals to what? 0. So if I take this there, to my FFG will now be equals to 5.196 kilonewton, right? So that's my FFG. Now the next thing we do also will be summation of what? EF of Y equals to what? 0. So you consider upward force positive and downward force what? Negative, right? So if you look at this force here, it's going up. That's the only upward force that we have there. So we have FFB to be equals to what? 0, because that's the only force we have there, right? So our FFB force here will be equals to what? 0. So that force is equals to what? 0. This is my FFB force, because that's the only force we have that's perpendicular. Is equals to what? 0. So from here, we'll go to another joint. Now I can easily calculate my joint B here. So the next we'll be calculating will be what? Joint B. So calculating for joint B. Now if you look at FFG here, before we go to joint B, this FFG here is positive, and what we calculate FFG here is also going towards the positive region, so it's a tie also, that is outward force. So that will be what? A tie. So don't forget that. Now the next joint we'll be going to will be joint B.